ABC 10 News at 11 starts now.
A former San Diego preschool teacher pleaded guilty to child pornography. Homeland Security fears there could be more victims. Thank you for joining us. I'm Kimberly Hunt.
And I'm Steve Atkinson. Our ABC 10 News reporter Laura Acevedo shows us where this man worked and how authorities caught up with him.
The man worked at 12 different local schools, either as a full-time or substitute teacher. This is 29-year-old Paul Torres Jimenez de la Cuesta, now convicted of child exploitation. Torres pleaded guilty in early April of distributing pictures of underage children engaged in sexually explicit conduct. Agents discovering Torres was trading the child sex abuse pictures in online chat groups. The details too disturbing to share. His arrest happened last June at My Room to Grow Preschool in Poway, where Torres was working. This is Torres in December 2019 during a Christmas school event. Torres had worked at a dozen schools, 11 in San Diego County, 1 in Tijuana, including 4 neighborhood house association locations and Concordia Church and School in Chula Vista. Concordia notifying parents in an email that read in part, quote, "The investigation has uncovered no reason to suspect that any of this activity took place at Concordia on or around the premises. Homeland Security investigations now asking for help in identifying any potential victims. Torres will be sentenced in June." Laura Acevedo, ABC 10 News.
For a full list of schools where Torres worked or for the number to contact HSI, visit our website, 10news.com.
New information on that cyber attack that has wreaked havoc on Scripps Health. Late this afternoon, Scripps did reveal its computer systems were hit by malware. Everything is still not back online, causing major disruptions at Scripps hospitals and clinics. Some patients are now being forced to reschedule their appointment.
We know the variants are here, so let's get vaccinated so it doesn't keep spreading.
Well, a couple of months ago, many San Diegans tried for days, even weeks, to book COVID-19 vaccination appointments. Now, things are looking a lot better as many locations are offering walk-in, no appointment necessary shots. ABC 10 News reporter Mimi Alcala gives us a look at the latest locations to offer this.
The first couple of months of the COVID-19 vaccine rollout, ABC 10 News heard from many San Diegans struggling to schedule an appointment. These days, getting a vaccine appears to be a lot easier, especially as more locations accept walk-ins with no appointment necessary, like at the more than 20 county-sponsored sites.
Anything that we can do to expand the vaccine availability is a good thing.
This week, CVS Health, Walmart, and Sam's Club announced they'll also be accepting walk-ins as long as supplies are available. CVS says more than 1,000 of its pharmacy locations in California are participating, while Walmart and Sam's Club say all 308 of their pharmacies in the state will also participate. In addition to that, Sharp Healthcare is also now accepting walk-ins at its clinics.
Compared to last week to this week, we've seen a little bit of drop down in terms of the number of people who are getting vaccine.
Dr. William Singh is part of the California Medical Association Board of Trustees and also the vaccine lead at Kaiser Permanente locally. He says we're seeing a slowdown in vaccinations, but allowing walk-ins makes the process more convenient, as some people can't always commit to a scheduled appointment.
This really allows the flexibility and ease to get the access, and that's exactly what we want.
As of Wednesday, the county reports that more than 1.1 million San Diegans are fully vaccinated, and more than 1.5 million have received at least one dose of a 2-dose vaccine. The goal is to get a little more than 2 million residents vaccinated. Dr. Singh says while there is still some hesitancy, he hopes important conversations will help people make informed decisions.
I don't think you can just ignore people just because they have hesitancy. They're true fears. People really are afraid. And if you can answer and explain and really show them the data, people really understand and feel better and they get vaccinated.
Mimi Alcala, ABC 10 News.
And here are the latest numbers on the coronavirus in San Diego County. 219 new cases were reported. That brings our total to more than 277,000. And there were 3 new deaths, bringing that total to 3,716. The coronavirus variant raging through India is now here in San Diego County. There is at least one confirmed case of the variant brought here by a young woman who did travel to India. Our ABC 10 News anchor Derek Stahl is going in depth on what we're learning about the variant that some call the double mutant.
Record-breaking COVID cases in India have left hospitals overwhelmed and patients desperate for care. India recorded nearly half of all the infections worldwide last week, and experts think part of the reason is the B.1.617 variant. County health officials now say a woman in her 20s was hospitalized here in San Diego with that variant. She had traveled from India to San Diego in late March and wound up in the hospital in early April. She was not vaccinated, and she was released from the hospital after less than a week.
We've only detected a handful of cases in the state, one in San Diego and a few in the Bay Area.
On Tuesday, the Biden administration imposed a ban on travel from India by non-citizens. The 617 variant was first found in the state of Maharashtra, and it's become the dominant lineage there. It has several mutations, but it's nicknamed the double mutant because it has two important mutations on the part of the virus that attaches to cells.
We don't know what the combination of those two mean. At the minimum, it's going to mean that it's more transmissible.
UC San Francisco's Dr. Peter Chin-Hong says one of the mutations in the India variant is similar to one found in the South Africa and Brazil variants, a mutation that seems to make those more elusive. But a small study in India recently looked at blood samples in a petri dish from a few dozen people, and it found antibodies produced by the Novavax vaccine did neutralize the 617 variant. Dr. Chin-Hong says that bodes well for the vaccines available in the U.S.
If the Indian variant came in November or December of 2020 in California, it would be a different scenario than now because we have a lot of people protected both from natural immunity and from vaccine-induced immunity.
He says India is at much greater risk from the variant than we are because just 2.1% of India's population is vaccinated. Derek Stahl, ABC 10 News.
This afternoon, a county spokesperson told ABC 10 News they identified one person who did come into close contact with the woman who contracted the variant, but that person did not develop any symptoms.
President Biden is laying out how the American Rescue Plan passed by Congress will help small businesses.
Businesses that get grants can use it to cover payroll, rent, utilities, supplies.
The president says the plan is already working because it's helping people financially and also speeding up vaccinations. President Biden is also touting his new infrastructure plan, saying it's critical for our economy and growing jobs. Republican leaders say they'll not support the president's push to raise taxes on corporations and Americans making more than $400,000 a year in order to pay for that plan.
100% of my focus is on standing up to this administration.
President Biden says he will meet with Republicans to negotiate when Congress returns next week.
New court documents reveal more about the boat captain accused in that deadly human smuggling operation off the coast of Point Loma. 3 people were killed, more than 24 others. They were also hurt. As our ABC 10 News reporter Melissa Messiha explains, the victims paid a lot of money to be smuggled into the U.S.
A chaotic scene Sunday. A boat struck rocks and broke apart near the tide pools at the Cabrillo National Monument. A woman and 2 men, all Mexican nationals, died. Others rushed to the hospital. Antonio Hurtado, a U.S. citizen, is accused of trying to smuggle 32 people into the United States. Court documents showed most of those on the boat said they paid between $15,000 to $18,500 to be smuggled into the country. The majority were from Mexico. At least one said he was from Guatemala. According to the Department of Homeland Security, there were nearly 1,500 known migrant deaths near the U.S.-Mexico border between fiscal year 2015 and 2019. The report shows 66 deaths were water-related in 2019.
The smugglers really just don't care about the people they're exploiting. All they care about is lining their own pocket for profit.
According to the Border Patrol, the agency documented a record 309 maritime smuggling events in fiscal year 2020. Hurtado also charged with assaulting an agent, accused of deliberately hitting a Border Patrol agent in the head with his knee. Melissa Messiha, ABC 10 News.
According to court documents, at least one person on that boat is still critical in the hospital and has yet to be interviewed by law enforcement.
After years of children being separated from their parents, the Biden administration is working to reunite migrant families. One of those reunions happened at the San Isidro port of entry this week. 18-year-old Brian was able to hug his mother. She's been away for 3 years. Sandra Ortiz fled Mexico fearing for her family's safety, but was deported from the U.S. without her son. He stayed here with family.
It feels like a dream. Like I was in the car and I was just like, this is finally happening. And I'm really going to be reunified with her after all these times.
More reunions are planned. There are questions, though, about what happens after reunification. It's not known if they'll be deported or given the chance to pursue asylum.